First I use this one, that's 6-inch. And you know, all these excavators, they're always different, you know, depends on the boom on the stick. See, my problem area is that, because quite often when the boom is very big, or the stick rather, the bottom part, you know, it starts hitting that, right? So I cannot hit that. But as I put this in, I saw there was still quite a lot of space in there. And also when you put the last boards, when he's putting this thing down, you know, like that's the maximum, like the minimum angle between the stick and the boom. And so when he's putting everything down, this thing slides this way, right? And that's exactly what I wanted, because see, I got 2 cross members here, and before, when I had the bigger board, this part was sitting over here just on 1 cross member. I just don't like that. And so I replaced the 6-inch block with these 2 timbers, and they're all genuine 2-inch, so it's 4 inches instead of 6. And so of course the other concern is the height, but you know, once I'm done, once I'm hooked up, I'm gonna climb up there and check the height. Usually these couplers, the couplers are always like those couplers between the big hoses, you know, they stick out. But I think on this one, the tallest point will be right above that connector of that hydraulic cylinder, somewhere between that and the light. All right, so yeah, and they washed it, you see, they washed it. We told them that it has to be clean, and over here it's all concrete, the wash is over there, so they just drove it. Like, looks pretty good. And of course this is, I checked the width. This is only less than 11 feet, you know. Again, they're all different. Some of them are like 11.3, 11.6, 12, right? And I still decided to use the boards just to make it easier for him, because there's an incline here, so the machine was sliding. All right, and then I gotta climb, cover the exhaust, and turn the mirrors, make sure that the mirrors don't stick out past the tracks. And of course, look, close the door, because sometimes, you know, you forget to close the door, and then you come to your consignee and you have a whole bunch of illegal immigrants inside the cab, you know, drinking beer. Not good, doesn't look good at all. And of course, the most important thing, usually it's best to do it before loading, but check the serial number. Like on this machine, that's the factory, that black plate over there on the side of the cab, that's the factory serial number. But then they always put it on the boom. See, it says RKB 20297 Pipeline Machinery Cat. I think that one was in Texas. So whoever got it, you see, I gotta take a picture of this. And that's another thing, when you're loading a used machine, always take pictures of any damage, so that they don't say that you damaged it, you know. But actually that is difficult to blame on me, because, you know, how do you damage that? Like, I didn't even load the machine, right? I cannot damage it when it's sitting on the truck. Okay, so I see this thing has a bunch of tie downs. I like that. See, in each corner, and then 2 over there, and you can tie down the bucket over here and over there. But usually I'm just gonna put a chain in here, and then we're gonna put a couple on the tracks, like I always do. And here the same thing. See, it has tie downs. That's good. And again, that thing is bent, so again, that would be, this one is bent. Again, this would be hard to blame on me, but just in case, I'll take a picture. And this way, you know, when you take a picture, it has a timestamp, right? You can see when it was taken. And so these are totally useless. It's just a waste of money, you know. Look at this. A guy told me that was a good idea. I knew it was stupid. So just after, like, you know, I don't know, 4 loadings or 5 loadings, I gotta throw them out. I spend more time tying them down, because you cannot just keep them on your trailer without tie downs. So it doesn't work against tracked machinery. Useless, waste of time, waste of money. All right, so let me hook up to, oh, and we flip the neck. Let me show you this. We flip the neck, and of course I had to move the fifth wheel so that I can, that's the whole point, right? So you see this, I love this. That reminds me of my early days when I just got this trailer, right? Then I didn't have this, so this only could go as far as here, maybe even here, right? So now you see where it is. That's what I like, basically close to this. That's the fifth wheel, right? So I moved the fifth wheel after we attached all the hoses, and you see I have to move it also because of this, because the support legs, if I don't move the fifth wheel, the support legs will sit here. Like now it's a maximum, like I cannot move the cylinders anymore, so these legs cannot go any more down. So if they were here, this whole thing would be pretty much touching the ground, you know. Forgot to flip the switch. Oh, beauty. Well, these are gonna go up. Yeah, still lots of, you see, that's why I was saying that 36 is actually too big. A little bit too big, you know. Like on a 55 ton, it was 23. You can see I still have lots of room in here. But because I have 2 + 2 in the back, I don't want to load too much on the truck. So this is good that the truck is further away from the trailer. All right. Let me just tie down, and then after I'm done, I'll show you how I tie it down.